Well, I've got a PTO driven ag sprayer that I need to winterize. Got some cold weather coming, and let me show you what I'm going to do here. First of all, this would work for, doesn't have to be a PTO driven. If you have a 12 volt like you pull behind an ATV or whatever, that would work just fine. And they do need to be winterized because I have busted the pump on my ATV type, my 12 volt sprayer before, and it's, you know, it's $100 pump. So that's one thing you definitely need to do is winterize your anything that's going to be outside, anything that had water in it. It can be a water pump, like you'd pump water out of a pond or something like that. Don't think they won't bust, they will. So here's what I'm going to use: Peak RV and Marine antifreeze, and I'm hoping I can get away with just 1 gallon and put it in here, and I'm gonna run it through the system. I'm gonna run it through the pump, turn the PTO. I'm gonna run it through these switches, these switches that determine where the water comes out. This sprays out here, which is a handheld hose. But I want to go through all these because I want these to be protected too. These to have antifreeze in them also. So let me do that. Pour the antifreeze in it. I'll crank the tractor up, turn on the PTO, and we'll see what we can get out of these nozzles and such. And that is another thing I do want for the water to come out these nozzles. This could freeze and bust too if water was trapped in there. Like I said, I'm hoping 1 gallon will do it, but I bought 2 just in case. We're going to turn the PTO on and see if we can get water, if we can get this flowing through the pump with just 1 gallon in it. If the pump will pick it up. Crank it up. So what happened, this nozzle is stopped up because when I took the nozzle out, and it sprays. So I'll unclog this nozzle. So I took the nozzle apart, and it was, that'll do right there, it was stopped up. And you can see the sediment from the using well water in it. That's what it is. Anyway, I will have to remember, I'll probably go ahead right now and make sure I clean out the other one so it'll be ready to go next year. Put the O-ring in it. Put this down in it. And screw that little dude on it. Screw it down tight. I'll put it in the vise, screw it down tight. Put it back on here, and we'll be ready to go next year. But I am going to take the other one out, clean it out while I'm at it. But I did get antifreeze up in here, all this cast iron that will bust, that would bust. The main thing is that pump right there would bust, and that pump is expensive. That's probably $200-300 pump. So that's something, and all these switches. Anyway, so that's the way you do it. Again, let me show you one more thing that I do that I think is very, very important. So another thing I do, and I think this is one of the more important things you'll do, but I open this up. And then, y'all excuse the one-handed show here today. I pour some motor oil in it. You know, pretty good shot. Half cup, whatever. Down in there, that impeller, I guess is what you call it, is probably cast iron. I know the pump is cast iron, so it's either steel or cast iron, and it can and will rust. So I'll make sure it's got a good bit of oil in it, and then I'll turn it back and forth. Make sure that oil coats everything in there, because I don't want that to be rusty next year. But anyway, put some oil in it. You know, fill it full. I'll start to say fill it full. Put some oil in it, run it around, let that oil coat everything inside that pump, and you will be ready to go next spring. All right, I think that's about it. Winterize your sprayers. If you've got a pump that is a diaphragm pump, one of the 12-volt pumps, not sure you're going to want to do that, because there's rubber in there, and that oil can eat that rubber up maybe. But on these PTO pumps, these cast iron pumps, you betcha. All right, I hope I was clear on that. Anyway, we got it done. We're going to set her down in the pasture and be done with it. Winterize your stuff. It's getting cold. We're going.